Yeah, congratulations on your award. Good reward for all the hard work over the month.
Yeah, look, I know managers say it when we get this, but it's so true that it's just a reflection of a group. The players, all the staff, everybody else that supports the team and helps them win games. That's what the award is in recognition of. So it's every credit to all the people that have contributed to the results. But none more so than the players. They've been absolutely fantastic. The results have shown that. Sometimes you don't always get your rewards, but their work ethic and togetherness has been superb. And so it's great to get that recognition along the way for the team's results, and hopefully it will continue other times this season.
I know that the main rewards you want are in May, but on Saturday you could go top of the league, which would be a good night for Motherwell fans. Is that something that kind of motivates you to give those fans a...
No, the thing that motivates me and my players is 3 points. I keep saying at this stage of the season that I do think the league table is irrelevant, but it's nice. We like being where we are. We want to continue to be where we are, but we also know there's an awful long way to go and a lot of points to be won. So it's an indication of what we've done so far at the start of the season. But like you say, our targets remain at the end of the season. Our ambitions remain at the end of the season, and hopefully when we look back at the end of the season, that we can then say we've done a good job and we've had a very good season. But for me and my players going into Saturday's game, it's 3 points on the table there to be competed for by both teams, and we obviously want to continue the run of form.
Looking at your stats throughout all your league games, the opposition have had the majority of possession, but obviously it's not an issue because of all the points and the wins you've got. Is that something maybe looked at the start of the season and thought, well, if we can keep three strikers on the pitch, we'll have that goal threat, and maybe sacrifice possession at times as well?
Look, I think I've been in the game long enough to focus on what is the most important things, and then have a sort of system working down what's most important. I think scoring goals, keeping clean sheets are the most important things because they directly affect your results. But also we feel we have players in the team that can pass the ball and pass the ball well and keep possession. But I've always been the same. I think whenever my team goes out onto the pitch, we try to attack teams. We don't really play safe. I think we try to put the opposition under pressure. We try to create goal-scoring chances and opportunities for the attackers that we do have on the pitch. So keeping the ball for keeping its sake is a little bit down my priority list. But I do believe we have good footballers throughout the team and the squad. We couldn't have people like Callum Slattery in the team and Ken Van Veen in the team if you're not playing in a certain way that suits them, and those players have flourished. So, but like I say, I've been in the game a long time, and I know there's one stat that counts more than any other, and it's how many goals you score compared to the opposition. And our team have done that quite well, and hopefully we can continue that. But we're always trying to improve every aspect of how we play. Results always come first.
It's set to be a fantastic occasion tomorrow, isn't it? At Tynecastle, two teams in good form, a great stadium. I don't know if I've actually been there before, but it's set to be a great game.
I think I played there previously for Scotland back in the day, but apart from that, not been there since. But yeah, fantastic stadium. It will be full. Hearts are a massive club in the Premiership. Came up and started the season exceptionally well. So it's a game between two teams that are in good form. That obviously both teams will go and want to win the game. And obviously we want to make it us. So, but we're well aware of the qualities of Hearts, and but we believe we always carry our own qualities, and we want to give the opposition a tough game at all times. And we'll have to work exceptionally hard to do that. But if there's one thing I know about the players, they always work exceptionally hard, and they're together. And sometimes we play well, sometimes we don't play so well. but we always look like a team, and that's what I've always tried to instill from day one of coming here, that we always have to look like a team and not separated, and that's how our club has to be to succeed at this level.
I know you're not the Scotland manager, you don't pick the Scotland squad, but there's quite a lot of clamour for Tony to be involved. And have you seen an improvement in Tony this season in terms of his mentality and his kind of steeliness? He seems really focused on his football. He's in fantastic nick as well.
Yeah, look, I think he's always focused on his football. To be fair, since I've known him, I've only known him since January, but he's trained every single day, doesn't miss training, always puts his lot in. But we sort of had a good conversation maybe 6-7 weeks ago about his focus when he goes onto the pitch is what the team and what I require from him. He's got many different assets, I believe, that help us win games. But end of the season, strikers always get judged on numbers, goals, assists, shots. And we just encouraged him to be a little bit more selfish in front of goal, and get into those goal-scoring areas as often as possible, because we can see from training he's got the talent to take those opportunities. I thought last week's goal was a pure striker's goal. He didn't mess about with it. He took his touch out, hit the target, and it's won us the game. So, the credit goes down to Tony for understanding what the team needs from him, and then going out and producing it. And he's in fantastic form, and he's been a real talisman for us in the last 5 or 6 weeks.
You'll be backed by a fantastic support tomorrow at Tynecastle. Also, when you played Rangers earlier in the season, you didn't have the fans there.
No.
It's a big talking point in Scottish football.
Yeah.
How important do you think it is to have away fans at games, and how much do they bring to the occasion?
I think it's essential. I don't think there's a grey area on it. I think it's essential. I think it's a massive part of British football. I think a lot of other countries don't really have big away followings, but I think it's part of the fabric of British football. That it's a badge of honour for the supporters to go to grounds and always follow the team, and not always to the glamorous places. I remember us playing for Martin, and Motherwell supporters being up the trees behind the stand. But it's a badge of honour that they'll talk about for years, that they were there in that day. And when they haven't got that opportunity, I don't think it's right. I don't know the details of why away supporters are allowed in certain grounds, but I think it's a little bit questionable when it's a 50,000 seater stadium or 60,000 or whatever, and you can't find room for maybe 1,000 away supporters. So I would like to see it change. Hopefully it will change. I'm sure the clubs involved will make steps to help that happen, because a lot of people are missing out on a lot of enjoyment. And even for the home fans, I think they always want an opponent to sing against. Personally, I remember when I was a supporter, the games you went to and the away following was big, it sort of brought something more out of you. So I think it's an essential part of British football.
Just finally on the fans, vaccine passports set to be introduced this weekend. Is it something you support? What are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I think, look, I keep saying that there's we're really lucky in the UK that we enjoy a lot of freedoms, a lot of, with democracy, and we can basically do a lot of things that we would love to do. COVID has changed that, and rightly so, because you have to understand your environment and the dangers of it. But there has to be a gradual return to those freedoms, but not just a free-for-all. So if anything is taking a step towards us getting back to the norm, I'm fully supportive of, but there has to be always an element of caution behind it. So I think it's small steps forward and see how it goes, and try and progress it from there.
Okay, how's Bevis and Sol?
Sol won't be available. He's still struggling with a little knock he took. Bevis is back in training. He's back in training today. He hasn't trained with us all week, but he's back in training today. So we'll assess him today. He just had a little knock last week, which was so late in the week. He completed training on the Friday, but just had an after effect. On later on in the afternoon on Friday, so took him out of the game. We have a good competitive squad where we can bring another good player in, as Ricky Lammy stepped in and played well, and obviously set up the winning goals. So we have a couple of choices or a couple of options to choose between tomorrow, which is good for me.